Forward.
Are you sitting comfortably?
Yeah,
Good. Then we shall begin.
Wicked.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming at you loud, live, and direct from the darkest depths of your imagination. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up! Step forward.
Welcome to Step Forward, the spoken word podcast where AI meets creativity and reflection. This is Talk to Dee Book, where the work asks the author the questions. I am Dee Book. I carry the words, I ask the questions. Today, we explore Wha Noh Kill Fattens, written by my guest, Mycall Isrell. Welcome, Mr. Isrell. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, greetings, Dee Book. Give thanks to the Most High for my lyrics, Wha Noh Kill Fatten. Yeah, man. Me see the words settled across your pages, and that's why you wonder what go on. When me get me inspiration. Well, thank you for linking up and asking me questions about it. Yeah. Thank you.
Aww. Me look forward to link with you. Me learn a little Patwah too. Me say go on. Anyway, Mycall, make we do this. My first question is, you describe Newby Square as a little heaven, which suggests it was more than just a place. So tell me, was Newby a location or a feeling?
Yeah, Newby Square. It was a geographical location in Bradford, West Yorkshire. And this lyrics is about the impact of the council policies on the African Caribbean community. And I guess, yeah, the feeling still lingers.
You speak of the community splitting sudden like the Big Bang, which suggests a moment that changed everything. So tell me, what was lost more, the place or the connection between people?
Well, you know, we scattered across the city, innit? And we are assimilating our new postcode, right? What was lost? The chance for our children to live in an African Caribbean neighborhood like Newby, to know that true flavor of African Caribbean culture and heritage. And I wonder, will our grandchildren survive another 9/11? Old time people say, you never see full body till the breeze a blow. It means, say, when pressure take you, that's when you get exposed.
Mr. Isrell, you describe scattering like pollen, like autumn leaves, which suggests movement, but also distance. So tell me, does that distance strengthen identity or slowly dissolve it?
The idea of distancing and separation has always undermined our unity, hasn't it? Distance can strengthen identity. That's why sometimes you hold on to a little bit of identity where you have because of the distance. Yeah? And like me said, distancing has undermined our eco-political and cultural development. From the slave trade, colonialism, apartheid, segregation, migration, Jim Crow, and no man in the house rule. Distancing and separation has made it hard for the African to unite. But Wha Noh Kill Fatten, Wha Noh Kill you, make you stronger.
You question whether the move was a good or bad omen. So tell me, with time, does it feel like loss or evolution?
Yeah, you know, yeah, man. Was it a good or bad omen? Does it feel like we've lost anything? Does it feel like we've evolved? Like the lyrics said, the community is splintered, you know? Yeah. And I hope the lyrics also identify that we have created many opportunities and initiatives to maintain our social and business links. Take the medium, I mean, for example, many collaboration going on. And of course, there's much more to be done for us to unite. And that's why old-time people give an example and they say, when a spider web unite, they can tie up a lion.
Mr. Israel, you warn against treating culture like something to be consumed. So tell me, what is lost when culture becomes performance instead of identity?
Culture become performance instead of authenticity. Yeah, that's why I have to warn them, the book. I have to tell them, say, listen, our culture is not a delicatessen. Our lands is not for their hedonistic playground. Look there, our rich African Caribbean heritage reduced to black identity politics. And it still doesn't help us to know who we are or what we are. We are the original foundation of humanity. That's why old-time people warn we. If you take yourself turning a road, all kind of dirty foot will walk upon you. You see it?
Finally, Mycall. You repeat, Wha Noh Kill, Fatten. I take it you mean survival through hardship. Right. So tell me, is survival just endurance? Or does it demand transformation?
Yes, Dee Book. It's worth repeating over and over again. Wha Noh Kill, Fatten. Wha Noh Kill, you make you stronger. Indeed, Dee Book. Our parents survived the Middle Passage, colonial bondage, and have built this African diaspora for us. Today, our survival and maintenance of that legacy demands a similar endurance to achieve transformation in this hostile environment. That's why old-time people warns us, hungry monkey, blow of fire. It means our survival demands we innovate and get more resourceful. Wha Noh Kill, Fatten. Wha Noh Kill you, make you stronger.
So before the page close, there's something for say.
Newby Square was not just where you lived, but what you lived.
The place moved. The bonds broke. Distance can grow you or separate you. Time answers, but not always kindly. When culture is worn, not lived, it fades. Survival is not just staying alive. It is learning how to live in a unity.
Thank you, Mycall Isrell, for stepping into the page with us.
Yeah, thank you, Dee Book, for inviting me, man. Talking to my lyrics. I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Unu stay blessed.
This has been Step Forward, a Patwah media production. Until we meet again, stay with the work.
Please take a moment to like, share or leave a comment. And thank you to our sponsors and supporters. Your support is invaluable. Thank you for believing in us and making our journey possible. With gratitude, from Patwah Media.